Hi students, intermediate first year, English medium. Dear students, we are discussing the first unit. So in the first unit, so many concepts are completed, and today we are going to analyze the basic concepts of economics. Generally, what are the basic concepts of economics? Generally, we can use. So the terms, basic concept means the terms. What are the terms in economics are the discussing topic in this video. Let me analyze basic concepts of economics. Basic concepts of economics. Say, what are the basic concepts of economics? Generally, we can use these words in the economic terminology. In the economics terminology, we can use these words. What are they? Means, one is classification of goods. Goods classification. So, in the goods classification, one is material thing, material goods. One. Second one, non-material good. One is material good. Second one is non-material good. What is the material good and what is the non-material good? First of all, we want to know what are the goods. Goods means the goods and services which contain to satisfy the human wants are called utility goods. The goods which contain to satisfy the human wants. The goods which are contained to satisfy the human wants are called goods. So we can use goods and services to exist in our life. So to satisfy our wants, we need goods and services. So here the goods are divided into two parts. One is, see here, one is material goods. What are the material goods? The goods which are we can see, we can touch, such are called material goods. The goods we can see and touch, such are called material good. For example, this is a sparking. We are seeing. So this is a material thing. Material thing means which we can see, we can touch, we can see. So that is called physical good. It is called what do you say? Pen, pencil, and book. These are all called material goods. Physically we can see the good. Such are called material goods. These are the examples. Then non-material goods we can't see, only we can feel, we can observe, but we can't see and we can't touch goods are called non-material goods. Non-material, for example, I am lecturing. Can you see? The air is there. Can you see? The services are there. Can you see? What do you say? Health, education, transport, communication. So these are all providing the service facilities to the public. So we can't see. Is it? So that's why the goods not in physical, it is a psychological. It is a, what do we say? It is a invisible. Such are called non-material goods. For example, health and education. So these are the example for the non-material goods. Material goods means can we see and touch. Such are called material good. We can't see and we can feel. We can what we say? We cannot touch. Such are called non-material. It is like as a services. The services are called non-material good. It is the first one. Second one. See here. It is the first one. Second one is free goods. Second one, third one, economic goods. Free goods and economic goods. What are called the free goods? What are called the economic goods? What are the differences in between economic goods and the free goods? Which means free goods The goods which have no price and available in the abundant in the nature are called free goods. The goods which have no price and their supply is more than the demand, such are called free goods. For example, free goods: sunlight or sunshine, simple, air. These are all free goods. How, sir? How can we say? Suppose the sunlight and air is supply is more than the demand. The supply is more than the demand. So the goods and services which are supply is more than the demand are called the free goods. And which have no price. Can you purchase the sunlight? No. Can you purchase the air? No. So the goods which have no price and it is abundant in the nature, and the supply is more than the demand. The supply is abundant. Abundant supply is there, but the demand is less. Such are called free goods. Okay, for example, sunlight and air and water, and sometimes the water will be may become a economic good sometimes. So these are the example for the free goods. Then economic good, simple, the goods which have price, the goods which have price and their demand is more than the supply, such are called free economic goods. Here, so for example, pen, comma, pencil. Example, textbook or book. These are all economic good. Means the supply is less and the demand is more. The goods supply is less and demand is more. Such are called economic. We have a price. The economic goods have a price and free goods are without price. These goods are without price. The without price and the supply is more than the demand. With price and supply is less, the demand is more. Such are called economic goods. So this is free goods and these are economic goods. So these are all the classification of goods. Then consumer goods. Simple. What is the consumer goods? The goods which can give the more satisfaction to the consumer are called consumer goods. The goods which contain to satisfy the human wants, such are called consumer goods. So we can use the number of goods to existence of our life here. So many goods are there: pen, pencil, paper, whatever be what we require, what is we are need in our society, such are called consumer goods. The consumer who wants to purchase, such are called consumer goods. The consumer goods have a capacity to satisfy the human wants. Is it? So example, take pen, pencil and a book, textbook. So these are all the consumer goods. So in the consumer goods, there are two types are there. One is perishable goods. Second one is durable goods. Simple. Consumer goods are two types. One is perishable goods. Second one is durable goods. Perishable goods, single used. Perishable means single used. And durable means we can use again and again. We can use number of times. The number of times are called durable goods. For example, banana, fruits, milk and food. And this is the sparkle. So the ink is the perishable. అంటే ఒకసారితో అయిపోతుంది, ఒకసారి వాడుకుంటే అది మనకు కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది, దాన్ని మళ్ళీసారి వాడలేము. సో సచ్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ పెరిషబుల్ గూడ్స్. ఓకే, బనానా ఉంది, ఒకసారి తింటావు అయిపోతుంది, మళ్ళీ వాడతావా? సో పెరిషబుల్. దెన్ డ్యూరబుల్ గూడ్స్ వీ కెన్ యూజ్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫ్యాన్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ట్యూబ్, for example sparkle, the ink is perishable but the pen is the durable goods. We can use it again and again. We can use a number of times. The goods which we can use a number of times are called durable. It will give more service, isn't it? Such are called durable goods. So this is the classification or types of consumer goods. Next, capital good. What are the capital goods? Capital good means the goods which are helpful to the process of the production. These goods are we can see, we cannot see. Only it is support to the process of the production. What are the capital goods? The capital is supporting to the process of the production. Land, labor, capital, organization, and other factors which they support to the production, such are called capital goods. Okay, and capital goods also divided into two types. One is single use and durable use. In the capital goods, one is a single use, second one is the durable good. What is the single use? For example, if you want to produce any goods and services in the process of the production, for example, electricity is the single use, and coal is the single use. These are capital goods. So the coal is helpful to the process of the production. The electricity is also process of the production. What is the single used? Is it? And durable use, machinery, equipments, labor. So they are durable goods. We can use again and again. So which we can use again and again are called durable used. Okay. And last one is intermediary goods. Intermediary goods. What are the intermediary goods? Means the goods which are not yet finished. The goods which are not yet finished, still in the process of the production. See here, intermediary goods. Here, the goods which are not yet finished, still in the process of the production are called intermediary goods. ఇంకా పూర్తిగా తయారు కాలే, అది తయారీ ప్రాసెస్ లోనే ఉంది. సో సచ్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ ఇంటర్మీడియరీ. తయారు కాలేదా, స్టార్ట్ అయింది, కంప్లీట్ అయిందా, కాలే. సపోజ్ బ్రిక్. The brick is the best example for the intermediary goods. The goods which are not yet finished, still in the process of the production, are called intermediary goods. So students, this is the way of the presentation of goods classification. Once again, goods. So the goods are divided into two categories: material good and non-material good, and free goods and economic goods and consumer goods. The consumer goods are divided into two types. One is perishable goods, second one is durable goods, and capital goods and single used and durable used, and intermediary goods, the goods which are not yet finished, still in the process of the production, are called durable goods. And moreover, value in use, value in exchange. Let me say, value in use, value in exchange. What is the difference in between value in use and value in exchange? Simple. Value in use, for example, air, water, sunlight. So these are the goods. Air, water, sunlight. These are all we can use to satisfy our wants. This is value in use, but we can't pay the money. Can we pay the money for use the air? No. Can we use the sunlight to pay the money? No. But value in use వాడుకుంటాము కానీ దానికి డబ్బు ఉండదు. దాని వాల్యూ ఇన్ యూజ్ అంట. అంటే ఫ్రీ గుడ్, జస్ట్ ఫ్రీ గుడ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫర్ ద వాల్యూ ఇన్ యూజ్. దెన్ వాల్యూ ఇన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏ, బి, సి, దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఎకనామిక్ గూడ్స్. దీన్ని వాడుకుంటాము ప్లస్ ప్రైస్ ఉంటుంది. దీని వాల్యూ ఇన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ అంట. వాల్యూ ఇన్ యూజ్ మీన్స్ ఓన్లీ వీ కెన్ యూజ్, వీ కాంట్ పే ద price. We can use, used plus we have to pay the amount of price, such are called value in exchange. Value in exchange, such are called value in exchange. So these are the examples of the value in exchange. So this is the difference in between value in use and value in exchange. So this is the way of the presentation of various concepts of ఎకనామిక్స్. సో డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్, ఇది ఈ క్లాస్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.